Hey guys, it's me, Elliot.
Me, Conley.
And this is 2.5 Nerds. What's our Instagram, Conley?
2.5_nerds.
Yeah, check it out. We post some content on there. We also post some content on this channel. Today, nerds, we're going to talk about our picks for the Sinister Six to fight this man, Spider-Man.
You know how some people do like NFL drafts and stuff? Well, this time for nerds who watches football, we're gonna the Sinister Six. Well, we're gonna see what characters we think our Sinister Six can kill Spider-Man.
Well, not kill or just defeat. Give him a tough time, things like that.
I say kill. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, so we're gonna go from our orders of our list. So we got our number 1 pick all the way from our number 6 pick.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit about them. We also have some honorable mentions in our Sinister Six. Like, we might say, well, this was an honorable mention for number 6, or this was an honorable mention for number 1. Whatever we decide to talk about.
You go first. You say your first, and then I'll say mine.
My favorite, probably for my first pick for the Sinister Six, and this took me a little bit of effort. He's a wild card, so he would be very hard to know how he would react in a team. I would trade him out probably with one of my number 2 picks, but he is a very big wild card, and that would be the Red Goblin. It's Green Goblin mixed with the symbiote suit of Carnage. Now, why is this a mixed card? When they are combined, they're probably one of the most powerful Spider-Man villains. I mean, they kill Eddie Brock with the Spy Symbiote. I mean, they cause a lot
The
of
Spy Symbiote.
Venom as...
Agent Venom?
Yeah, Ancient Venom. Anyways, yeah, so you got that issue where he's a wild card. Definitely would be good for Spider-Man as a fact of
He's just unpredictable.
But explosions everywhere. Has the symbiote suit, has some of Spider-Man's powers, has better agility, things like that with that Carnage symbiote. What would be your first pick?
For my first pick, I picked the Ultimate Green Goblin. If you're not aware of the Miles Morales universe, the Ultimate Green Goblin is the goblin that is just massively hulking creature with wings. It can breathe fire, and it's just a monster of. Plus, he has that insanity of the Green Goblin. And we both picked Green Goblin. Green Goblin is just an incredible character, especially when he's facing Spider-Man. He's done terrible things to Spider-Man. He's probably one of Spider-Man's most iconic and just pure evil character.
Correct. And if you're looking at it in that way, I mean, but for your Goblin, he fights Miles Morales.
Yeah.
For mine, he fights Spider-Man and causes Spider-Man to call backup.
Yeah. And defeated, knocked out, what was it, Cindy Moon, Spider-Woman, other Spider-Girl, and then Miles, and the Human Torch. And the Human Torch,
yours or mine? Because mine is...
What?
Talking
have you not read the comic?
My comic? Yeah, I've read my comic.
Then how do you... That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Red Goblin.
Because if we're talking about your comic is pretty good, but when I think of Ultimate Goblin, and sorry to say this, I think of the Ultimate Spider-Man series, you know what I'm talking about?
That one.
Yeah, that one right there. And I think of that really ripped Goblin. Still a powerful Goblin, but I just think mine is just,
Oh, of course you would.
Yeah.
But mine could destroy mine because he has the firepower, and Carnage is susceptible to fire.
Yes, but also if you look at it, he's just super OP though in that comic. I mean, it took him so much. Yours, yes, he has that hover thing to fly on and stuff.
No, he has wings. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I really don't.
I don't think you're doing. Okay, so it's that Goblin that you're thinking of, but even stronger and bigger, probably 10 feet tall, ginormous wings, and horns and spikes of all cuts, and can breathe fire and shoot fire.
Yeah, but if you look at mine also is has those goblin bombs, and I think
so does this Goblin.
Anyways, yeah, mine. I don't know. Mine caused a lot of issues.
Oh, in the comics, put which Sinister Six team you think could defeat Spider-Man?
Yeah, that would help. My second pick, and I'll go. You want to do second, or you want me to
I'll go second. I'm going to throw in Kraven the Hunter as the lioness, or lion, I can't remember the name, but where he is completely transformed into a lion creature. He's like had the strength of a bear and the speed of a cheetah and the claws of a lion or something. And he almost killed Spider-Man. And then he's like, "No, I can't kill him right now. No, I can't. I have this. He's my greatest foe. I can't kill him with this. It's cheating." And then also, if you don't know, Kraven the Hunter killed Spider-Man.
Yes.
And he's the only one, technically, to kill him, other than Green Goblin.
Yeah, when we look at that, you did pick Kraven the Hunter. I have an honorable mention, too, for my second pick. My honorable mention
Let's say your first one first.
Well, the one I picked is also the same character,
Kraven the Hunter.
Because Kraven the Hunter is like he's pretty powerful, and I kind of mixed him in with this team. I went for Red Goblin because I was like, having some mayhem around town is going to cause Spider-Man to worry about more people than himself. And then throwing Kraven the Hunter in there that is going to try to kill Spider-Man is just going to cause a thing. But I also thought about it this way. Kraven the Hunter is definitely a wild card, too, because he wants to get the kill himself. So is he going to work real well with these people is the key word there.
Well, he did in the first one, because he was in the...
But you know what I'm
He was
getting.
in the original.
But you know what I'm
66.
getting at though, like it's very, because Spider-Man could manipulate that into the situation. Be like,
Yeah.
you really want to win this way against, and that would.
Huh?
Because Kraven the Hunter his basic is he wants to beat Spider-Man. That is his goal. Because if you look in the comics, there's a comic book where he beats Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man comes back and he's like, "I don't have to fight you anymore. I beat you," and he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's also one where he is completely sorry for that he killed Spider-Man and became Spider-Man.
But yeah,
And took over the mentor.
and that's the same universe because after that, Spider-Man comes out of the
grave.
But yeah, that was my pick. But like, if I was willing to switch it, this one would be kind of hard because Carnage does not like Venom, and I went for Venom 2099. He has some cybernetics mixed into his symbiote. He also shoots out acid and can control some technology. Venom 2099, and I thought that would be a very good Venom to face off with Spider-Man, just because it's like he's already dealing with the Red Goblin, and now he's dealing with 2099. But I decided Kraven the Hunter would probably be my best pick.
I cited.
Kraven the Hunter was my pick.
So,
My honorable mention was Venom 2099.
oh. Okay.
Now,
So you go your third.
my third is probably my Sandman. My Sandman is probably my biggest enemy. I went for more, not the movie, I went for more comic book accurate Sandman because, like, if you think about it, comic book accurate Sandman, can control sand.
No!
But
No, guys, you can control sand!
But I thought, I can combine Sandman with Kraven the Hunter to give it kind of more of a desert kind of area because he can expand and create things that are like... It basically makes Spider-Man's environment 10 times harder because he's dealing with Kraven the Hunter, he's dealing with Sandman, and he's dealing with the Red Goblin that's causing mayhem. So I felt like with those two backing Sandman definitely gives him a advantage because he could use his sand powers, to make it hard for Spider-Man to see them, and he could hit them, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sandman just is very hard to destroy. And Spider-Man could use water, but for my fourth pick, it'll get there. But my fourth pick will definitely boost Sandman's power to a point.
Well, if you don't know, Sandman became a superhero.
Yeah,
And he is. And it's all because of Spider-Man. Spider-Man, made him turn his life around. Then he joined the Avengers. Did you know that? Cool. My third pick is Dr. Octopus. And he is the leader. But I chose I just blanked on what I was thinking. The Superior Spider-Man, but with Doc Ock's tendrils. That is a scary thought. He's got the strength of Spider-Man, the knowledge of Dr. Octopus and the tendrils of the arms, I just think that'd be terrible to fight.
Yeah.
My fourth pick.
We're already going to fourth?
Yeah, I just finished my third. And you just said third first, so I'll go. I'm assuming we're going back and forth.
Correct.
My fourth pick is the Rhino. The Rhino is pretty cool. Because did you know that he got his powers from gamma radiation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, in the original comics, he gets it from, what's his name? I can't think of it. I'm drawing blanks. Not James. I think it is James Jordan Jameson, if I'm thinking right. Cause he gets
No. You're thinking of the Scorpion.
I'm thinking of Scorpion. But yes, I know where
He gets it from a mafia gang, and they just somehow found the gamma radiation, and like, we're gonna give you this, and you're gonna get rid of Spider-Man. And he did. He's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Because he was just strong. Like, and so then they put on the Rhino suit, which was just a Rhino suit, and it was in Patriot. It was in Patriot.
Was it the government?
No, it was a government.
I'm thinking of different comics, but I kind of remember because the comic I read, it was more of a Rhino kind of came in. Well, anyways, keep on going. Sorry.
And the Rhino suit that they put on was impenetrable. So, but the thing is, the Rhino can only sweat and breathe through his face, so he would get very exhausted, and he could not move, and he just had to, because everything, all of his sweat would just come through his face, and then it got permanently stuck on. So then, your turn. Or anything.
Combining them with your characters, I mean, you picked the Goblin, who was your second pick? It was
Kraven
the Hunter, and then what was your third? Right? No, your third.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. Pretty basic set team so far.
But
pretty powerful.
Oh yeah.
Mine, and this is gonna be very weird, but I went for the movie Mysterio. When he gets the glasses, Tony Stark's glasses.
Edith,
yes. Because I feel like when he had all that tech and manipulation, like, you know how like they're fighting on the bridge, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen it, this is your fault. It's like long past due. Anyways,
2019.
Yeah, long past due. Anyways, he can change the way the field looks. Like Spider-Man's fighting, and then he just makes it completely dark. So I thought, you know what? You can combine that with Sandman, those little AI like drones into Sandman's sand, and Spider-Man's having like a really tough time because now he doesn't know what's coming at him, and if he's like, oh, I'm gonna summon the Goblin here, or oh, I'm gonna summon Kraven the Hunter, like, you know, he can change the way, and Spider-Man would have to use his spider sense, but also he's already using that to try to keep people out of the danger, right? So I just felt like you combine that with Sandman, I feel like Spider-Man's getting killed because he can't even like really. How do you win against that? Even if he's using his spider sense to sense the danger, they're shooting at him. He's dealing with Sandman, and he's dealing with the Red Goblin, and Kraven the Hunter. That's not going to give him space to really dodge. So he's definitely going to get some bullets in him and get hurt.
Who'd you say? I just Mysterio. Yeah, okay.
Movie Mysterio. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with which one are we on? Are we on the fifth?
We're on 4.
4. I gave my 4. Okay, so 5th. So it's your turn. Give your 5th.
Oh, yeah. So for my 5th, I have an honorable mention that I'll explain in a minute. But I went for mine, and it's a weird one because this kind of destroys the feel of my team. But I went for Hydro Man. Because, and this is why. So, you got Spider-Man that knows knows that Sandman's weak to water. So I was like thinking, you know what? How could we combo that? The water is getting controlled. Well, you got Hydro Man that's in there that could manipulate the water to flow away from, Sandman, giving them still that powerful thing. Because now Spider-Man's lost his weakness for basically Sandman, and now he's dealing with Hydro Man that's kind of like, manipulating the water. Yeah, he could change the tide by having Hydro Man attack him head on while Sandman's there, but also you got Mysterio that could be like, oh, you think that's water, that's something else,
Mm-hmm. Well, Hydro Man and Sandman, they hate each other. They cannot work on the same team together. But they hate each other. Like, they will fight each other.
But I feel like if you got the right leader, and
No.
I haven't even got.
They don't.
I haven't even got my right leader yet. So you gotta wait. I mean, we got.
They don't like each other. Like, that's what they're known for. That they hate each other. In every movie, in every concept of Sandman and Hydro Man, they hate each other.
There's a scene where they do work together in the.
What scene?
In the original Spectacular Spider-Man. There's a part where
Hydro Man is not in it.
Yeah, he is.
Nuh-uh.
Anyway,
You're talking about the Ultimate Spider-Man?
I probably am. Where they work together. And anyways,
No.
whatever. Conley can think he's right. But anyways.
I am.
Anyways, I decided I would combine Hydro Man with it's definitely with the combo of can manipulate the water. I feel like with this team, there's a lot of my teammates, except like maybe 2, are built for more the money and the fame. Because Mysterio's there for the fame. You got Hydro Man that'll do anything for money. You got the same for Sandman that would do anything for money. Then you got the Red Goblin that wants Spider-Man dead. And then you got Kraven the Hunter that wants Spider-Man not dead, but wants to defeat him so he can basically be like, my honor's done. My honorable mention, though, is the movie Rhino. You know what I'm talking about? The mech suit one? Yeah. I was like, you know what? That'd be a cool one to have in there for my 5th. But then I was like, you know what? I got some big heavy hitters and no, like, you know, far away hitters. I was like, you know what? Hydro Man can take the beat. But the only reason I picked the movie one, and we don't get a lot in the movie, but we know that he comes with a Gatling gun and that he shoots it off. When you look at the things, like he gets a big gun on one of his hands, and then he has like everything else that the Rhino has. But he's just, overall, that would be a pretty hard Rhino to fight because he's already shooting stuff at you, he's ramming into you, and he got the strength.
See, for my 5th, I would go. I just forgot. I'll give you my 6th.
No, you gotta go with your 5th, man.
I can't remember, so I was just gonna tell my
See,
6th.
and this is what I told him, guys, and this is the funny thing.
He told me to write them down, and
And he was like, I have a mind of...
I have a steel trap up here, guys.
And he doesn't.
I do.
Called him out on this
Because I am picking Supercharged Electro.
Yeah.
That's when he comes in contact with the Beyonder. And the Beyonder blasts him with like a bolt of some sort. And then he's like, Electro's like, whoa! This feels amazing! And he's like, think of what you could do if you turned yourself around and worked for me. And so he did.
But does that mean that your whole Sinister Six has to work for the Beyonder? Then?
No. He just has the power. All he had to do is stop Spider-Man.
Guess so.
It has nothing to do with...
What's your 6th pick?
Oh, my 6th. Okay. He was a Herald of Galactus for like 10 minutes. Can you guess who it is?
Is it Deadpool? No.
No.
Deadpool, there's a funny comic for that, but who is it?
Or, I don't know why I said Herald of Galactus. I was thinking of somebody else. The Spot.
Yeah, the Spot's pretty OP. I wasn't even thinking of the Spot. He got me there on that one, but still think my team got some chance. Anyways,
Dude.
Go ahead.
So I'm just going to name off all my guys. I have the Ultimate Goblin with the wings from the Miles Morales universe. I got the Rhino. I got Superior Spider-Man Doc Ock with the
Tentacles.
the tentacles. I got Kraven the Hunter as the lion monster form. I got Supercharged Electro, and I got the Spot.
And that's a pretty good team. Who was your leader in that team?
Dr. Octopus.
Okay. So mine for right now, so you guys know, I haven't said my 6 yet, but I feel like my 6 kind of beats the cake. Yeah, you can.
Well,
have,
let's see.
You can have.
You choose.
You can have characters that can do all the superpowers and can do all the spatial magic they want, but like
magic.
Well, like you got your Spot that goes through time and can.
Did you just try to do the thing there?
The thing Doctor Strange does. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say though. Like you can have all that, but Spider-Man has learned all these villains. But same with mine. But what I'm saying is I got Red Goblin, Kraven the Hunter, Sandman, Mysterio, Hydro Man, and then my leader of the team, My honorable mention was Dr. Octopus, because I was like, you know what, Dr. Octopus would be a good one. But then I was like, you know what, forget Dr. Octopus. Yeah, Dr. Octopus.
You're going to say Dr. Doom.
No, I was thinking that. But no, Dr. Octopus is a good character. I mean, he's led the Sinister Six for a while now. But I decided, forget the normal leader. Let's go for a leader that can remember Spider-Man's moves by watching fights and stuff. I went for Taskmaster. And I went for Taskmaster because Taskmaster, if you read a lot of his comics and watch a lot of the shows that he's in, he is a leader kind of character. I mean, he can lead people into battle and tell them, this is what you're doing, this is why, and he can tell them. And why I went for Taskmaster is he's already dealing with Sandman, Mysterio, Kraven the Hunter, Red Goblin, and Hydro Man. And now you got Taskmaster that can remember your fighting style and is in there fighting alongside you and is totally could destroy you. Because now he's already using Mysterio to manipulate, he's using Sandman to change the environment, and then he's using Hydro Man to take all the water out of New York. That's what I would have Hydro Man do. And then he has Kraven the Hunter that's in there fighting right next to him. And then you got the Red Goblin that's causing mayhem, making Spider-Man's mind, trying to stop him from killing, hurting people. So he's already at that point of his mind where Spider-Man's probably going to have to go full force, even when he won't. Because, there is a comic where, Spider-Man does do that. He goes so hard on somebody that he busts the guy's jaw. I mean, but he holds himself back. Like, when he's fighting the Rhino and stuff, and the only reason I said the jaw breaking is you're superior Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about? That's when Dr. Octopus first becomes Spider-Man, he's fighting just a petty crook and he hits him full force and totally breaks this guy's jaw.
I think you're talking about... Oh, yeah, okay. And then, he fights the Vulture and then it, kills him.
Yeah, and so he learns that Spider-Man's been holding back all these years. But I'm thinking when Spider-Man sees all this mayhem, he's going to have to break his code. I feel like. And that's going to definitely ruin Spider-Man long term. Because you're already, getting... with everything happening, Spider-Man would have to play his cards really hard. His mind's going to be everywhere.
But then he's Batman.
Pretty funny on that one. That one was a really funny joke. But yeah, I'm just saying, for my team is more of I think more of, where they're fighting at. Thunk. But anyways, I thought about where he's fighting and how these people would work in his fighting environment. Because I thought, I actually thought about using the Sunspot. And that is a really...
Sunspot?
I'll have to show you him. It's a really cool comic book. It's where the sun spot absorbs the sun, kinda, and gains it's basically he's really powerful.
I don't think Sunspot's right. He's a mutant. He's already.
I don't know. Anyways,
I don't think that's what you're talking about. I think you're thinking of somebody else.
Anyways, no, it is the Sunspot, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I can be wrong on some things, but that's fine. What I'm saying is my team is more meant to go on Spider-Man's weaknesses, and Spider-Man's weaknesses is that he tries to save everyone. And so I went for a team that's going to cause a lot more suffering if Spider-Man doesn't stop them right away.
I would say for my team's a lot of brute force. And Spider-Man can take a lot of damage. But you got characters that have an overwhelming amount of power. Spider-Man will get overwhelmed and eventually be crushed. But what I would do is so have you seen the Spectacular Spider-Man episode where he's fights the Sinister Six with the black suit? You remember? Okay.
Yeah.
So they introduce the characters one at a time. He's like, it's weird. You two are hanging together. I would have Electro him, or I would have the Spot open a portal into this base. So they're on their home turf. So their base, and he's just there. He's like, whoa, where am I? And then I would have Electro just electrocute the ground, and then Spider-Man would probably dodge that. And then while he's dodging it, the Goblin will just boom hit him and knock him off balance, and then we'll have the Rhino come in and just hit him, and then we'll have Kraven slash his chest, and then we'll have Doc Ock just come out of nowhere and just grab him by the arms, lifting him up. Lifeless. Not lifeless, but, droopy and limp. And then holds him up and goes, that was too easy. And then Electro just electrocutes him.
But, like, you also gotta think, like, if the Electro's powers are that strong, is he gonna, like, destroy their base?
No.
But anyways.
He can hold back.
Like, for mine is more of a fact that, like, their base can go anywhere they take it. Because their team just has to stick together. So I think with Taskmaster being there, Taskmaster definitely would run them around, telling them, hey, this is where you need to be at. And they'd probably, I picked a lot of people that probably, like, Sandman would be a really hard one to listen because Sandman doesn't like to listen. Same with Hydro Man, but I feel like if they got paid the right amount of money, they would do anything. Because if you look at it in that way, Sandman does a lot of things for money, but he does a lot of it for his daughter. So
that's just the movie.
The movies, but if you look at it in other universes, he does have a daughter. Like if you look in the cartoons, he has a daughter, and if you look in certain comic books, he has a daughter. So
which ones?
Well, if you look at the newest Spider-Man cartoon, he has a daughter.
The newest one. Are you talking about Ultimate Spider-Man?
The newest one, like the one that came out 2020 something. If you look at that one, he has a daughter, and then if you look at the movies, he has a daughter, and we all know that. But then when you look at certain comic books, I mean, you got some of the new ones with Miles. He has a daughter when he's a hero.
Daughter.
But what I'm saying is
daughter.
I'm just saying, like, if you look at it in that way, if you're thinking of it in that way, Taskmaster definitely could manipulate the situation where he is like, I have your daughter and I will kill her if you do not do what I like. Like that's how a team. I feel like because they're villains and villains aren't going to be like.
How would Taskmaster stop Sandman if he were to like, no, I'm good. Just bury him alive.
Yeah, but Sandman cares a lot about his kid. So if he knew that his kid could be killed by just a click of a Taskmaster has an army, and Taskmaster would definitely be like,
but against Sandman.
And like he has robots. I mean, if you look at any comic, he has like AI where he's like he first tries out the water. Like there's some heroes where he won't copy. I mean, Deadpool and then Wolverine, he refuses to copy their fighting styles because like Deadpool, he tried to copy his fighting style and he totally got destroyed because Deadpool doesn't block. Then he tried Wolverine, and Wolverine's was just too he couldn't fathom because he has so many fighting styles, mixed in. But then when you watch his Daredevil was a complicated story for him because there's some issues where he can't understand it because he's blind and he sees so much. So he's like, how does he do this? But then there's others where he's like, oh, I can do this because he's doing it this way. But no, what I'm saying is his Taskmaster definitely could flex the system. And then Hydro Man is definitely a character that I've seen in a lot of and variants of him where he does it for money, or he does it for or he does it for like Mary, whatever her name is,
Mary Jane,
whatever. And I'm not saying whatever like to be rude, but like that's what I'm getting at. Like Taskmaster would figure out their weaknesses and kind of like be like, see, I know this. And with Red Goblin, I guarantee it, if the Red Goblin was known that he could kill Spider-Man, I feel like the Red Goblin would be there just to be like, oh, I can kill Spider-Man, and this man isn't going to take any of the fame. And like with Kraven the Hunter would do it just so he gets the victory.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Sandman and Hydro Man do not they hate each other.
They hate each other. But there's a point, like if I knew my kid, like if I had a kid and I knew my kid was going to be like kidnapped or like, be killed because I'm not willing to work with somebody I do like despise or hate, I would suck it up and be like, you know what, I hate this guy, but I'm willing to work with this guy so I can save my kid. So I'm just saying, thinking of it in like my way, I would be like, I would try to save.
Of course you would think of it in your way.
But like in Sandman's way, it benefits him too because he does the crime for his daughter. Anyway, that's what I'm getting at. And so my team definitely could get manipulated. Like Spider-Man could be like, "Oh, Hydro Man," and like make it miss where he hits Sandman and Sandman gets mad. But I'm just saying.
And then I could think of a way that the Spider-Man could use that against you.
Yes, but I can think of multiple ways where Spider-Man could use your team against you. Like the Spot. If we're thinking of the Spot has trouble sometimes using his powers, like especially when you look at the new Spider-Verse movie. If you haven't seen that, this is a spoiler.
It's an amazing movie.
It's good. And good for me is like you should go see it. Anyways, you see him and he like has trouble like but when you look at older expectations of the cartoons, like there's a really
He
old
instantly
can do it, but like you got to think of it like he does struggle with that. So it's like a wish factor because he could like you could say Electro shoots something through that, but he could totally be like overwhelm him like because he can be overwhelmed too. The Spot. So,
I didn't say he would shoot it through the portal. I said he would shoot he'd teleport Spider-Man
like,
to the place.
Spot. I feel like the Spot would get overwhelmed trying to get Spider-Man, and Spider-Man would try to dodge. And like with your Spider-Man, the ultimate Dr. Octopus, if you look
Superior,
he struggles with controlling the body of Spider-Man, even when the Spider-Man isn't in the body, but he has trouble doing certain things because the will of the DNA, it's weird how they explain it, but the DNA of Spider-Man's still in there, so it's kind of like, even if he wanted to kill somebody, sometimes he holds himself back.
I didn't say kill him.
But you know what I'm saying, like, defeats him. And that would be the hardest part for him, because he would hold back knowing that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are downfalls. And, like, even then, Spider-Man could be like, oh, I can manipulate the system because he looks exactly like me. And try to, like, get him in, like, whatever. Because Spider-Man's done that before, where he has a duplicate and kind of, like...
Well, he could use the arms.
Yeah, he could be using the arms, but Spider-Man could...
Yeah, but he can... With his mind, it's not...
I'm saying, like, Spider-Man could, like, totally, like... Not totally, but, like...
Totally, dude.
Figure out a way to break that stuff down to a point where it just looks like they're the same Spider-Man. Get the same costume damage, just... His team's gonna be like, oh, which one? Kraven the Hunter probably would be like, oh, I know which one because I can smell, whatever. But I'm just saying...
The Superior Spider-Man is different.
But for mine... Superior Spider-Man does wear a different outfit. I have the figure, but I'm saying, like, if... Over time...
You blow a toy? No, I'm kidding. What a nerd! No,
anyways...
Just turn the screen over to my multiple toys over here.
And comics. Anyways, guys. It was nice hanging out with the Nerd Army. And you guys decide whose team...
Yeah, make sure to text the Instagram, okay?
Don't even have to text the Instagram. Leave a comment.
Just comment on the videos. Comment on Instagram.
We do read your comments. We do enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice chatting with you nerds.
Deuces, nerd.